So this year's cuffing season is getting a makeover.
That's right. Camille Kostin here with It's Just Lunch Milwaukee is here to talk about how singles can redefine the trend. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So we were just
Could you start by explaining? Yeah, could you tell me what cuffing is? Because I wasn't familiar with this.
Well, cuffing season is about finding a partner during the colder months, right? But cuffing season 2.0, that's what we're here for, because it's a shifting away from that idea of just finding anyone to spend the colder months with. Instead, it's giving singles the opportunity to reflect on themselves, with their relationship goals, what they want out of a partner, and emotional growth is what we want to be focusing on here, because it allows singles to understand their needs and desires, having that self-reflection of knowing who they are and what they want. That can help foster stronger, more meaningful connections than just rushing into any relationship with anyone.
Let's talk about that, because during the summer I find people are really big into, meeting people organically, or even kind of busy swiping because they have the time. But this is a time now to kind of connect with yourself during this kind of fall 2.0 season.
Sure.
As things change, as you're, still looking for a mate.
Well, you can always slow down, right? We are in a world dominated by instant gratification, right? There's an app for everything. You can get whatever delivered to your doorstep, the what's next culture. So slowing down is giving singles time to pause, have a mindful moment, reflect on maybe past relationships. I'm a big believer that everyone comes in and out of your life for a reason. So if a relationship didn't work, there might be a lesson to learn from that. And having self-reflection can help identify emotional triggers or break unhealthy dating patterns. But it also can help you feel what you need to be fulfilled out of a relationship. But also, if you're using this time to work on yourself and realize who you are, you're just going to be able to offer the best version of you for that future partner, but you're also going to be able to attract the type of person that you ultimately want to meet that could be potential endgame.
So what should you be asking yourself? I assume we're all kind of like getting into hibernation mode. We're not going out of our houses as much. What should we be asking ourselves?
Well, I mean, emotional intelligence is really just able to be open and vulnerable and asking yourself those tough questions. Like, what do I need? What do I deserve? What didn't work? And it's about emotional intelligence in general is helping with making sure you know your emotions and your partners. Emotional intelligence, to be honest, is one of the qualities that my clients at It's Just Lunch say is one of their most attractive qualities, and somebody that they're looking for. Somebody that can communicate their feelings, that's okay with being vulnerable. It sometimes is tough, but it's going to be that solid foundation for a healthy relationship. Communication is so important. Your partner is not a mind reader. So you have to be open to having those tough conversations and be vulnerable about your feelings.
Starting deep with the conversations of yourself, having those deep conversations with somebody else. So as a matchmaker, though, how can you help when it comes to that during cuffing season 2.0?
Yeah, I mean, at It's Just Lunch, I get to know my clients one-on-one. So I'm having those tough conversations. I'm asking those hard questions that sometimes for singles, it's hard to maybe ask themselves. So I want to hear what happened in past relationships, what worked, what didn't. But dating is an emotional process, right? A lot of singles can feel really intimidated, frustrated, scared, discouraged. Working with me, I'm with you every step of the way in this. I'm kind of grabbing your hands, but we're also giving you the emotional tools that can help you navigate through this process to be able to set yourself up for a really solid foundation.
These seem like some big questions to ask on like a first date. A lot of people are just getting set up by friends or they're swiping. Do you set up people who are like on the same page already?
Yeah.
So
well,
you know it's going to work?
Of course. I want to be when you're working with a matchmaker, you're really dating with intention, right? Because if you want to use this time to be single and work on yourselves, absolutely do that, or just date around. You don't want to be asking these questions on just first dates if you're just dating around and wanting to get to know what you're looking for. But if you have intention behind it, that's when you're working with a matchmaker, when you really know that you're looking for that committed partner. So yes, I'm going to be matching based on those similar interests, lifestyles, values, the goals that are going to be long term. But if you want to just be dating on your own, which I encourage too, one, you can be single. Resist the pressure of just rushing into a relationship. Don't feel like just because it's the holidays or cuffing season that you need to be in one. Like I said, when you're using this time to work on yourself, you're just making yourself the best version of you, right? Like,
I feel like she's more than a matchmaker. She's like therapy for people dating. You know what I mean?
She's probably good.
Because you're digging deep, and that's what's needed to find out why you're in the position you're in. How can we do better, and how can you find people similar to you as well? Oh, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And before we go, how can folks find you? Just if they're looking for a mate.
Yeah, it's justlunchmilwaukee.com. I'm Camille Kostin. I would love to have a conversation. There we go.
I love it. Camille, thanks.
Thanks for having me.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now we do.
All right. Well, coming up next on Real Milwaukee, some creative and budget-friendly Halloween costumes inspired by Netflix favorites. We'll be right back.